What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is Thursday, day 4 of testing for Indianapolis Regionals. We're going to play the deck that I'm probably the least comfortable with, and that is Arceus Inteleon. And this is the list that I kind of put together that I think I would play. It is, 430 Arceus, the Trinity Nova 200, 3 energies, statue Pokemon, any way you'd like. I just went with the straight Arceus Inteleon list. There's like a ton of different ways to play Arceus right now. Another interesting one that might be really good is like Arceus V BRS with like Crobat and Crobat VMAX. That could be really good going into the weekend, but we went with just a consistency build for right now. I think it's probably the most popular build. So this is the deck we're going to test against Kenny. Starbucks is going to find 2 cards, put in your hand. Arceus V has Trinity Charge. Find 3 basic energies, attach your Pokemon V any way you like. So we are playing some techie Pokemon. Of course, playing a 4-4-1 Inteleon. Now you can maybe cut a third Drizzile and put a second Inteleon. That's probably be. I think that'd be a little bit smarter after playing today's video because there's so many Averys and stuff going around. That I think, one less Drizzile, another Inteleon gives more consistency. So that's why I think I would do that. I think I would cut the Drizzile for a second Inteleon after playing this game. After playing this series. We're playing one Dunsparce, so we have no weakness. We're also playing a Zigzagoon and a Manaphy. Now, I'm really convinced that if you're playing Dunsparce to counter Urshifu, then you need to play Manaphy. Because if you don't play Manaphy, then what your opponent could do is ping the Dunsparce and ping the Inteleon and take 2 knockouts, or the Drizzile and take 2 knockouts. And then what they can do next turn is take another 2 ping knockout, and then knock out your Arceus for game. So I don't think just having Dunsparce is the answer for Urshifu. You either lose Urshifu or you play both Dunsparce and Manaphy. So that's what we're doing today. I'm also playing one Zigzagoon in deck because with Zigzagoon, you have Headbutt Tantrum, put a damage card on one of your opponent's Pokemon, right? And what you could do is Arceus Trinity Nova does 200. Of course, with the DTE, you do 180 plus Choice Belt. You then do 210, and then plus a Zigzagoon Ping, you do 220. To knock out opposing Arceus. There's probably some other math as well that it helps with. You could maybe cut a Zigzagoon and play a second Inteleon instead. That could be something we could do, but this is the list we went with today. Probably 2 Evolution Incense, find your Evolutions, 4 Level Ball, 4 Quick Ball, find your Pokemon. Pal Pad to get back your Sporter cards. 2 Scoop Up Nets. This is also kind of a questionable card that I think I would probably play more of if I could. Cut the Zigzagoon, maybe play a 3rd Scoop Up Net, cut a Drizzile, and play a 2nd Inteleon. That could be something we could do. 3 Path to the Peak, just to shut down, mute and stuff like that. But I think I might want to play one other stadium, and so that way you can counter the opposite stadium. The problem is you still have to find it, because, this is going to get you a trainer card. So you can, find, the other stadium card, but then you're racing a Drizzile on a stadium. So, not 100% sure, but in this matchup, once a path sticks, it's pretty much stuck, unless Kenny bumps it. 2 Boss Order, 2 Cheren's Care. This is great for the mirror. The more Cheren's Care, the better the mirror is, I feel like. Marnie for Disruption. 1 Melony. Another, card I might want to play a second of, just because the Whips card is big. I don't think the deck beats it unless you play 2 Melony, or maybe a way to get back energies. So, 2 Research, 1 Raihan, 2 Big Charm, 1 Choice Belt, 4 DT, and 6 Water. And a lot of this stuff's pretty standardized, in Arceus Inteleon stuff that we've seen. But yeah, the tech stuff is the Zigzagoon, the Manaphy, the Dunsparce, right? It's up to you. 2 Cheren's Cares, maybe techie. Like I said, maybe we need a way to get back our energies into our deck. That could be something to do. Maybe a second Melony. That could be kind of good, maybe. But then you have to play Melony plus attach energy or 2 energy or something. So it's iffy. But yeah, let's see the match between me and Kenny and see the mirror. Alright, so here we go, coin flip. So let me move my mouse. There we go. Alright, so we are going to the first, which is great in the mirror. This is not the right video. It's not the right video. It's not the right video. Try this again. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Alright, so Kenny actually goes first. Oh, that's great for Kenny. Great for Kenny. Okay, there we go. Alright, cool. This is better. So we start Arceus. What we could do is maybe go for a Trinity Charge, power another Arceus. That's a really good turn 1 to do. RBC, right? You power up 2 Arceus. He did mulligan. Okay. got the Celebi sleeves. I just now noticed that we got the Shaman sleeves. So Water Energy, Arceus, and Dunsparce. Now, you might think, why do you put Dunsparce down? Well, he doesn't know what I'm playing. I think also, too, with this matchups is you don't put down a Pokemon unless you know your opponent is playing. Because there was nothing, like, there was no reason for Kenny to play down the Dunsparce because he knows, like, we can't mess his hand turn 1. And so it kind of hurt him now because now he has his Dunsparce. That's really not that useful right now, right? I'm already questioning, like, discarding that Water Energy. We probably should have... well, we could probably quick ball the path to the peak to find another Sobble is what we're going to do. Yeah. Once again, we're playing like we don't know what Kenny has. So, we know Kenny plays Avery, so that could be something we could, potentially play around, right? Not bench so many Sobbles. But we're going to bench 3 Sobbles. We're going to go for a Marnie. Luckily, Kenny didn't find any Sobbles turn 1. And unfortunately, we did not find a DTE. So we can attach a Water Energy to the active and just pass. Yeah, I think that's what we should do here. We'll see what we decide we do. Also, with this deck, there's really no way to search out energies either. So, like, hypothetically, we could level off for a Drizzile, go for Melony, get the Water Energy out, and put in the Arceus V in the active. But then, like, if we don't find a Water Energy off that, then we can attack, so that's pretty weird, right? So Kenny does get the turn to Arceus, right? We unfortunately did not find the Trinity Nova, so we can't set up 2 Arceus and go for like some, go ahead and play some Cheren's Care play. So we see Trinity Nova from Kenny, and no supporter card. No, I mean, it's not looking good for Kenny, right? I mean, he really didn't do anything. Now we find triple Level Ball, but like I said earlier, there's really no way for us to search out any energies, right? Like I said, we can Level Ball for, Melony, attach a Water Energy, but then if we whiff an energy, we don't attack this turn. What we could maybe do is, like, Level Ball for a Drizzile, Melony to the active, and, like, cross our fingers? But even then, I don't think that's that great. You see me, like, debating, like, man, I want to grab this Drizzile, but there's really nothing for me to grab. I could Drizzile for maybe, like, the Sycamore, put Arceus VSTAR maybe in the active. That could be something we could do. I think that's what we're going to see. So we're going to grab the Evolution Incense. I don't know if I'll like this play. I thought for sure we would have maybe grabbed something else, but because we have no switching cards either, so yeah, we probably should have. Yeah, that's actually a bad play on my part. We should have just grab Sycamore, discard the hand, draw 7. If we find an energy, then we're good, and then we can put Arceus VSTAR on the bench. So we do get a research. We're gonna dump the hand, get 7 cards. We probably could have Level Ball for the Dunsparce and thin the deck out, and now we're in trouble. We don't have an energy. Kenny's gonna take a knockout, and our only real way to attack next turn is to Raihan. So that's something we can do next turn. So once again, we should have Level Ball for Dunsparce and just like dumped it out of the deck, but we didn't do that either. We didn't manage our resource very well. So I'll let you know. Could have thinned the deck down. So now we're in a bad situation, right? Because Kenny's most likely going to take a knockout. I don't know what we're going to do here. And yeah, we just see pass. There's really nothing we could do, unfortunately. Maybe one thing we could have done maybe is quick ball away at the Dunsparce and find an Arceus. That way we top deck out of this if we need to use one less card in our deck. So we do this, find the Arceus. And Raihan's in the deck. So we at least go for Raihan this turn and get an attack off. So that's what we'll probably see here. So there's the Raihan. We'll right hand to the active. Grab a DTE and probably just swing. I don't think there's anything else we really need to grab outside of this. So we're going to Trinity Nova here, most likely. I can't see anything else that we need to do right now. So, yeah, so we're Trinity Nova. And I think this is the big problem right here, is we are missing our energies. So what we should have done, like I said, this is my first time playing the deck, is we should have just attached one energy. So next turn when we Cheren's Care, pick the Arceus VSTAR back in our hand, we could just attach a DTE, then go for a Falling Trinity Nova, take a knockout while also powering up the bench. That's what we should have did, but we didn't. Because you can't commit all three energies, there's really no need to do that. So we see Kenny go for the 200. Kenny did get a Drizzile down, and Kenny did find his energies for that bench RC. So Kenny does have his energies, and we see a Cheren's Care going to our hand. We'll send up the Arceus. Arceus VSTAR. Attach a Water Energy. But see, this is what I'm saying. Now, we can Trinity Nova this turn, right? But we don't have any Water Energies in our deck. If we had the one Water Energy, we can go for another Cheren's Care and then cycle again. But we didn't keep the Water Energy in the deck. So that's a misplay on my part. Just to let y'all know that. So now Kenny, he could Cheren's Care here because he does have another Arceus on the bench. And it's going to be interesting to see, does he have the Drizzile for the Cheren's Care? Another Arceus V comes down. He's got a DTE. So Kenny is like doing way better in the mirror. We probably just like scoop at this point. There's no way we can realistically win. But we're going to keep trying. See what happens. It looks like my plan is just probably just swing for knockout. But even then, it's not good enough, I don't think. So see Marnie. So he gets rid of my Cheren's Care, unfortunately. One thing we could maybe do, if we get lucky, is find a Melony, somehow get an Arceus VSTAR out or something, but it doesn't look like that's going to be really happening right now. So see 200 damage. Gonna put. He shouldn't have any Water G's. Yeah, I think his list is like vanilla 60. We do have a Scoop Up Net, but I don't know if Scoop Up Net's really that good right now. So now we're in a weird situation, right? We can take a knockout, but then Kenny follows up with a knockout. We can't Power Edge because we have no way to get a Melony. Yeah. It's weird, but Kenny looks like he's in a really, really good spot right now. Like I said, we can't Scoop Up Net, but I don't know what the Scoop Up Net really does. So Scoop Up Net the Drizzile, put down the Sobble, attach a DT to the bench, and just like swing and just see what happens, I guess, right? So 200 going down to 4. It's a very interesting prize kind of thing. So path to the peak and Big Charm. Okay, neither one of those cards is going to help us too much. Okay, so on a Kenny's turn, he does have 3 waters in the discard pile, and I don't think Kenny has a way to get back his Water Energy, so that's something else to point out too. I think we're both running like kind of the same 60 like that most lists are playing. I think he plays like Avery's and I don't, which is the big difference here. But yeah, I think Kenny pretty much has this in the bag right now. I don't think there's anything we can really do to win the game because he's gonna take a knockout. We can swing. He can maybe go for another Cheren's Care, heal his RCS, send up the bench one, and do some kind of stuff. He can maybe even Marnie in back those Water Energies that he has when he picks it back up or something. So it's not looking good. So Raihan goes into his hand. So Raihan and Water to the bench. Right? We probably should just skip, but we're going to keep playing, I think, right? I don't know. What does he get? Like a Sobble for next turn? Choice Belt to the bench, okay, and Trinity Nova. He wouldn't have Raihan for a Choice Belt. That doesn't. I don't think he would have done that because there's not like the numbers don't change. Like 180 plus 180 is 360. Like that doesn't change. So, so we get a Drizzile. Once again, no way to search out Water Energies. So this is probably gonna find like an Evolution Incense or Ultra Ball. Grabbed a Melony here. I don't know if I like that play. Yeah, we should have grabbed Ultra Ball. Because, okay, so, well, the good thing is, well, he can't take a, well, yeah, he can. He can knock out with the bench, right? No. He would need Inteleon. Or his own Zigzagoon. I think that, yeah, that's the only things he could do here. Right? Yeah, he can. His only options is Inteleon or Zigzagoon, but I'm like pretty sure he doesn't play that sort of Big Charm just to make sure, be safe than sorry. Okay. So on Kenny's turn. I mean, what we could do is like Cheren's CRE, send up a Drizzile, just let it get knocked out, but like it doesn't look good after that, right? So we see some shady dealings happening. If you play Toe Scrapper Choice Belt, he wins. So Pal Pad Cheren's CRE. Okay, so that's bad for us. Because he could just Cheren's CRE the active if he wants to. And yeah, there's like no chance of us winning now. So he puts 2 Cheren's CRE. He could Pal Pad back in the 2 Cheren's CRE. Arceus V comes down. DT attachment. Pal Pad in the 2 Cheren's CRE. Yeah, double Cheren's CRE for the mirror is really, really good. Yup. Like I said, weakened Cheren's CRE are active, and that's pretty much it. So, yep, Cheren's CRE the active. Set up a Drizzile, put down the Arceus, attach a Water, Big Charm it, and pass. My next play is to Drizzile for Marnie. Cross our fingers. Now, what we could do, well, we can't do it because there's a Big Charm attached to Arceus. So, he's gonna say, you know what? I'm just gonna bring up the Arceus V. Just gonna go ahead and swing into it. So we get the Shady Dealings, which I don't think Shady Dealings is gonna do anything for us. We can Pal Pad to put back in double Cheren's CRE. Inteleon for the Cheren's CRE, I guess. Yeah. We could go Scoop Up Net here to pick up the Inteleon. Okay, we went for Evolution Incense. Okay. I guess because we don't have a way to get Arceus next turn. So. Set up a Drizzile. Okay, put down this. Touch of Water Energy. When he had to Big Charmer just in case. He plays like an Inteleon, like I said. He actually has the Choice Band on the active, so once again, he can take a knockout. So 180 goes down to 1. He's got 1 boss order, but there's an Evolution Incense. We get the VSTAR. Okay. VSTAR the active, DTE swing. We could maybe boss order a try to stall, but I don't think it's gonna work. That's what I'm trying to debate right now. Just Trinity to move it. Saying you're not getting boss order here, but there's nothing we can do after that. Right? Unless we top deck a Cheren's CRE. But even if we top deck Cheren's CRE, we don't have a way to win regardless. I should have scooped a long time ago. That's what I keep saying. So, Sobble comes down. Trinity Nova. What we should have done is like just boss order the Inteleon past. But even then, like we have less cards in the kitty, so we're not gonna deck out regardless. Go DTE. We can boss and then retreat, but once again, like I don't know what this accomplishes. So we see a treat, okay. We can go for the first tag, but there's no water energies in our deck anyway. Yep. We should have waited for the Scoop Up Net. Instead of the Evolution Incense, I think. Because then we could have picked up Sobble, Drizzile, Inteleon, played the Inteleon the following turn. So Water Energy deactive. Retrieve Boss Order. He's only played one so far. So Drizzile. Yeah. So Kenny's got it. Yeah. Yeah. We made that huge mistake, like I said, where we double water. We should have just grabbed one. That was one big thing. And then we had another water prize, which definitely hurt us too. So having those water prizes definitely hurt us. So Boss Order the Arceus, take a knockout. So what did we learn? We learned that when you Arceus VSTAR in the mirror match and you can't attach all three waters, you should just attach one. Because if you're going for the Cheren's Care loop, you should always have like one water. So when you loop the active, you can then just attach a D to E. Maybe get lucky, have another water, smack Cheren's Care loop again if we need to. So I think it's a big thing that we learned in this match. I don't know if Video Josh realized this or if he's just more upset that our water energy was prized. And at the time, I think I was more upset that the water energy was prized, not noticing that I made that huge misplay. So, anyways, on to game 2. We start Sobble, and that's it. Our hand is not looking good, but we do have a Drizzile, so we can at least Shady Dealings or something. But if that happens, like, I don't know what we can do. Okay, good. So we top deck Arceus, we get a DTE, press done. There's no reason for us to Path to Peak right now because, like, that's just going to hurt us in the long run. We don't want to play Path to Peak until we use our Arceus VSTAR. Like I said, we don't play any counter stadiums, so there's no way to counter that. So that's a big thing there. So. And, I mean, we could get lucky if we can just pass this, and then we can just, like, Shady Dealings, research, dump the hand, get 7, find a water, take a knockout. Could happen. It could. But we see a quick ball, discarding a Drizzile, finding Arceus V. So, we're in for another ride. Water Energy deactive. He could have keep calling there. Goes for the Melony play. I think the keep calling would have been really good. So you keep calling for like 3 more Sobbles. And then like if we take a knockout on the Sobble, you can then Raihan to guarantee an attack the next turn. So Water Energy to the bench Arceus. We'll probably see Drizzile go for a Sycamore, most likely. I don't think there's anything else we really care about right now. Now, what we could do is grab the VSTAR, right? Yeah, we'll go for Ultra Ball, okay? So, Ultra Ball with the Choice Belt and Boss Order. Okay. Discards the Peak. Interesting. Grab the VSTAR, okay. Curious to see what I did. I'm curious to see what my line of play was. I definitely think I would have played that differently now. And I see Josh hesitating, like, was this the right play? Because I don't think the Choice Belt makes a difference here. I honestly don't think it does. Maybe you keep the Choice Belt, ping at Arceus the following turn? I don't know. So we get that. We can maybe play... I think what I'm debating right now... See, this is where I probably should discard the Choice Belt because I want to get Path to Peak Kenny so he can't use it. So you get Research, and I guess Path to the Peak is what we're going for. Path to the Peak and Research, and hope we find another Arceus V. See, I don't like that because now we just like discarded Arceus V. I discarded Path to Peak to find a Path to the Peak kind of thing. But at least, hey, we did good there, right? We got double Arceus. We can Level Ball. I think we're going to hold the Level Ball so we can guarantee the Drizzile next turn, and that's what we see happening. So once again, we get 3 Water Energy. Okay, so that's perfect. That's what you want to see. Now, what we could have and should have done instead is, well, no, I think the 3 on that is fine. Because then you can Cheren's CRE the active, pick it back up, and then like attach a D to each of the bench one. And then like if you have Marnie, you can Marnie the water just back into your deck or something. So I think it's a fine play. So DTE, Water, Level Ball, Drizzile for probably for another Arceus most likely. So quick ball for Arceus. This card's a quick shooting. So that's what I'm talking about. I knew you played quick shooting or Zigzagoon. I was pretty positive it was quick shooting. So there's 180. There we go. All right, so now our turn. So we have a couple things we could do here. And I think the play I'm about to do is not correct that I'm thinking about. Because what we could do is boss order the bench. Ultra Ball for... Yeah, because I don't think there's no reason to Cheren's CRE here. I guess prevent knockout the next turn. So I guess that's fine. But we could have like maybe knocked out the active and then left the bench... Like, left the other Arceus damaged. So... But I guess this is okay play, too. It's pretty okay play. Then we Trinity Nova. We have the Ultra Ball next turn to find Drizzile, find Inteleon, whatever we need. We do have the 1. We should probably put on the 1 that has the DTE. Yep. Alright, so we got out of 4. Zigzagoon, Drizzile, okay. And so next time we could go for that Drizzile Zigzagoon ping play if we want to. I don't know if it's what's needed. And we can see a concession from Kenny. Kenny must not have anything. And so, you know what? We're going to go game 3. We're going to go game 3 and see what happens. So, kind of bad luck from Kenny. Didn't really find anything off that Marnie. And just kind of dead drew there at the end. It happens, right? It happens. Happens to everybody. So, we did get lucky none of our water users polarized. So, we didn't see that misplay like we see in game 1. So, here we go. On to game number 3. Let's see what happens. Kenny is definitely going to opt to go first. And going second with Arceus, it comes down to, can you get the turn 1 Arceus like energy attachment, right? If you find that, if you find the Trinity Nova, you're looking really good. Once again, no energies in her hand. That's not good. Kenny does have a mulligan, so we'll get to draw 1 for the mulligan, another one for just a regular draw. Nothing too crazy that we haven't seen. And at this point, we have not seen either player's decks either, so we did top deck a Big Charm. Once again, we're not in too bad of a situation because I know Kenny doesn't play Zigzagoon. So that is something to take in mind. Ultra Ball discard Ultra Ball and Path of the Peak. Find a Sobble. Sobble comes down. And no energy for Kenny, but we also don't have energy. So we'll see a Level Ball, find a Sobble, put the Sobble down. We could Ultra Ball, discard Ultra Ball and the Dunsparce because these cards are not really needed. Find another Sobble most likely. I would like a second Sobble here, just in case Kenny does like somehow knock out the bench, but he's not threatening a knockout, so I guess this is okay. But I think I would rather like a second Drizzile. So at least that's what I'm thinking. Because I don't think Kenny's going to be able to attack this turn. For Kenny to attack, he would need a way to discard a water, Melony, DTE, Arceus VSTAR, which is a lot to ask for. So he plays the research, discarding Raihan and Marnie. Okay, very good for us. DTT active. So probably just see a Trinity Nova. Put 3 water energies on the bench 1. Neither one of us are threatening an attack this turn. Like I can't attack him next turn either. So, like I said, there's no way to search out energies. If we could fix that somehow, that'd be really cool too. There's a lot of cards I want to put Arceus. So, but maybe B Barrels to play. I don't know. So, Drizzile comes down. What do you got? A V-Star for the bench? That could be something we could do. Okay. Yeah. So I imagine this goes on the bench. Okay, puts on the active. Interesting. I think did he forget that he already attached energy this turn or play a support card? Hmm. Yeah, because he's definitely not getting energies now, which is still fine because I mean the most that we're gonna do is Trinity Nova. Right? That's all we can really do next turn is go for Trinity Nova. I don't think yeah. I think Kenny just just remembered sequencing incorrectly. I think that's what happened. So, because definitely you go D to E, Trinity Nova to the bench, blah blah blah, whatever. Mistakes happen. I imagine that's what happened. If Kenny watches this, he can tell me I'm wrong or right if he wants to. But I think that was he just forgot about playing the Sycamore already. So Sobble comes down. Sobble comes down. Unless no, yeah, there's no way he can use the bench. So we do find Marnie, which not a card I really care about. We could put Arceus VSTAR to the bench. Marnie him. Big Charm Arceus VSTAR to the bench. Big Charm the active. Marnie. I think that's what we need to do here. I don't know if that's what we do. Like I said, this is my first time playing the mirror and thinking about the deck. I'm not that best with this deck. I don't play it too much. There's a lot of different little functions you have to think about. But I think if you Big Charm the active, Arceus VSTAR the bench, Marnie, you put Kenny at 4 cards. You can then use the VSTAR power. Okay, so we'll go for Starbirth right now. I don't know if I like going for Starbirth right now because we could have found a DTE and save the Starbirth if need be. So DTE. Yeah, see now I'm well, what do I grab? What's my second card? See, this is what I was saying. This is really bad. We shouldn't have done this. This is a bad play. We should have Marnied first and then looked to see what we had. So we'll get down Sobble. We'll put a D to the active. Big Charm, I think, goes on the active too. And we just see a Marnie. So we should have did it, like I said, the other way. We should have Marnie first and saw what we got. So a little sequence on my part. Put down the Sobble and just Trinity Charge to the bench. So I think that was a huge misplay there. I don't know if y'all saw it. So we have 3 waters in the deck, right? And we attach them all to the bench. So that means the active can attack next turn. But, I mean, we could still go for Cheren's Care and heal the active if we want to. So, obviously, can you get the Drizzile out? Go for the Shady Dealings. There's a Boss Order. Boss Order the bench. Trinity Nova, 180. Put some energy on the bench. Once again, you either commit 3 or 1. I don't think you ever commit 2. So Candy does have the 3. Great. On our turn, we have D to E. Okay, so our hand's not the best. We have an option. We can either go for Professor Juniper, discard our hand, draw 7. Or we go for Cheren's Care and heal the active. So we interested to see what I decided to do. I think in the end, I went for the Cheren's Care to take be the aggressor or take the first knockout if he was the Cheren's Care. I'm pretty sure that's what ended up happening. Once again, this all goes back to if I were to Starbirth after I Marnie, I could have grabbed a supporter card and have one in hand already. So we'll see what ends up happening here. I don't think that's a good play. Don't grab Boss Order. That's a terrible play. I also think that's a bad play too. So what I'm doing now is doing the Choice Belt Boss Order knockout his bench Arceus play. Yeah. Discards a Zigzagoon. find another Arceus most likely. I think we hold the DTE. Okay, we okie dokie. So we take two prize cards. So there's a water. Okay, so we get tapped with the Arceus on the bench. There's another water. So we got 2 waters. So we get back-to-back swing if we want to. And let's see what Kenny does here. Did not think I was going to boss over the bench, but I guess like saying like, hey, I could take a knockout on his Arceus V right now and just like clear all that out of the way, which I guess could be okay. Like, Kenny probably doesn't play a way to heal back his guys, so I think that's might be okay. But now the problem is, one, we don't have a supporter card, right? We're going to see an Avery come down. Now this Avery is like a really big deal, so I guess you discard the Sobble and Drizzile. Because you can't discard the Arceus V, because if then, you're only left with the own Arceus, so you can't do that. Yeah, it's a really good Avery time. That was a really good Avery there. Big Charm to the bench to protect it. We can't go for that crazy combo play. It was all last turn. So now we're in trouble. We are in trouble. We don't have any supporter cards. We only have 1 Drizzile. He bumped 2 because of Avery. And realistically speaking, if this was a tournament, this is the first time we saw Avery. I don't think he ever discarded it. So, like, we would have not known that play. And, yeah, we're going to Power Edge. So, on a Kenny's turn. Now, we can still take a knockout next turn if he doesn't Cheren's Care here. But you got to think, we're going to see Cheren's Care. Heal the Arceus. Yep, that's what he grabbed. Sobble comes down. Cheren's Care the active. Set up Arceus. Put down Arceus. Put down the V-Star. Attach a Water or DTE. There's DTE. And then you go Trinity Nova. I don't think you attach the Water Energy if it's in your deck. I think you hold it. Okay, we're going to see him attach it. Because I think you want to save it. So we top deck our own Cheren's Care. Okay, well, we're just taking turns looping the Cheren's Care right now. And the good thing is we do have this Big Charm, so our Arceus does not get one shot unless he plays Tool Scrapper. So to Kenny's turn now. Okay, we're just swinging. We're just doing the Arceus swing stuff. He's obviously in a better position, 100%. So Shady Dealings, gonna find Cheren's Care. Yep. But now after this turn, unless we get super lucky, I don't think there's a way we could Cheren's Care again. So pings the bench. Cheren's Care the active. Arceus. Scoop Up Net the... Was it Scoop Up Net? Or am I seeing things? So 2 Cheren's Care in his discard pile. 180, which doesn't matter really. No Water G's to attach. There we see an Arceus, but now we've already used a V-Star, so we don't care about that. I think our play is to put Arceus V-Star on the bench and just swing with the active. It's not the best, but I think it's our only option. Because the only way Kenny can take a knock on the active next turn is if he Tool Scrappers, pings, Scoop Up Net, pings. So... Well, it takes the knock on the active and swings to the bench Arceus, sorry. He can obviously just swing into it. So Choice Belt to the bench. Melony to the bench. Does he find Pal Pad? So we'll see a ping to the bench. He could have maybe like triple pinged the bench. Like ping ping. Scoop Up Net ping this turn and like taking a knock on the Sobble and the active, leave us at 1 price card. But I mean, Kenny's looking really, really good. We made a huge misplay. Like I said, we should have Starburst after we Marnie to see what was in our hands, so we could have like lined up a supporter card if we need to. We didn't do that. Unfortunately, we Starburst before, which is definitely never the correct play. So we see Melony going to the active. We do find out Arceus, so we can at least maybe chain some attacks, right? But I don't think we have any more water energies. I think there's 5, and I think the other one's priced. I think we priced 3 water energies. So I don't think there's a way we can attack next turn. What we could do is we can. I don't think we do this. We could Drizzile for Evolution Incense, and so next turn we can get a Inteleon plus, whatever. Like we get Evolution Incense for the Inteleon. So next turn we get Inteleon to play whatever we need. But it's not looking good. I'm gonna put 20 more damage on the active. Swing for 180, leave me at 40 HP. So there's a Marnie. Okay. So Drizzile. So we could maybe go for, like, heal the Arceus. Yeah, that's probably what we really do is, like, just, Drizzile for Chance Care. But I think that the Chance Care is prized, which is why I was talking about getting the Inteleon, like, get the Drizzile so you can play Inteleon the following turn. I'm pretty sure it's prized. Farfetch has made an appearance. So 180. Like, the ball is definitely Kenny's court. Like, it's his game to lose, as they would say. We could Drizzile, but like I said, I'm like 90% sure the Chance Care is not in the deck. I think it's in the prize cards. Yep, I was correct. So we priced 3 water and a Chance Care. So out of our 4 prize cards, out of our 4 of our 6 prize cards were really, really good. So now what we do here, I don't know. Beats me. We're in trouble. Because all of our water energies are gone, so we can't Raihan ever. Our Melony's already gone, so we'll have to maybe go for Pal Pad. We'll see. Level Ball for Manaphy. We'll DT the bench. Research. I think we'll put down the Peak just in case Kenny plays like a Crobat or something comes out. Arceus VSTAR comes down. We can. At this point, we should Level Ball for another Sobble. And that way we can play Drizzile next turn. And just kidding. Remember, they got all Aviate away. So. All of our Sobbles got Aviate away. Prize 3 of our water energies out of 6. Prize of the Chance Care. So we see a ping onto the bench. Arceus. Quick Ball with a Level Ball. I don't even know if we have any energies to attack next turn. I didn't see how many DTs are in there, but it's like 100% Kenny's game to lose, right? Let's go down to 1. We'll send it to Arceus. We can maybe take a knockout if we hit energy, and that's pretty much it. So there's only 1 DT in our deck. So we Marnie take a knockout. But then after that, what really happens, right? I mean, he's just going to ping the RCs on the bench to death. And that's if we even hit the DTE. And we didn't. So we could Pal Pad in, the Chance Care and maybe the Melony, but there's no way we win now, unfortunately. And the reason that is because, like, Kenny could just ping that bench Arceus to knock out pretty much. So we're thinning the deck as much as possible. On a Kenny's turn, he can boss order the bench for game. He can ping the bench like 3 times for game. I think it's 3 times and he wins. But there's boss order. Kenny will take the series 2-1 Unfortunately, had some rough draws for both of us, but Kenny will take it out. It's some questionable stuff on my side. Like I said, should do the V-Star after we Marnied. We maybe being too aggressive on that bench Arceus was too much, but I think that was still like the correct play. Like just taking the knockout while you can, it's pretty good. But yeah, tomorrow's the last day of testing for Indianapolis. I hope you learned something new about Arceus V-Star. I know I did. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. See you tomorrow. Alrighty. Bye.